Hello guys, and welcome to the Age of Mythology Retold Immortal Pillars campaign. We're going to be going through mission 1 today. You can see I've already had a little bit of a playthrough some of these already, but we'll start off. We'll have a look at the prologue, which is just some cinematics really, just to give you a bit of a, set the scene for the campaign, and then we'll have a look at going through the first mission. So let's dive in and have a look.
In ancient times, China was ruled by the Yellow Emperor, Huangdi. Under the mandate of heaven, China prospered, and the heroes were revered. After a century, Huangdi ascended to the celestial court, but his heroes remained on the earth. Huang Zhaowu was one of these heroes. For his merit, Huangdi granted him the gift of eternal youth. But fortune and misfortune are intertwined. As Huang Zhaowu remained youthful, his beloved wife, Xiaoli, aged and withered. She reached the end of her earthly days, and Huang Zhaowu was left alone and broken. He sought the aid of the gods. He pleaded for Xiaoli's return, but the gods refused. They only replied, "All must find peace with the mandate of heaven." But for Huang Zhaowu, to defy fate is better than to submit.
Okay, so here we are, campaign mission 1, Shennong's Chosen.
The world is falling apart. Only destruction follows in the wake of Huang Zhaowu's army. Great God Shennong, I cannot find what you ask of me. Another noble soul who fell protecting the people. Look at how they mourn, how all of China mourns.
Okay, so it is worth noting this is my computer's not very good, so this is on sort of like medium texture settings, so
I have been looking for.
doesn't look bad,
Favored by Shennong.
but it's probably why the cinematic had a bit of frame dropping.
Why would the great Shennong concern himself with my poor life?
Look, the last of Huangdi's army. Bring them to Huang Zhaowu.
Okay, so we've got 2 hero units. I actually think this one, Ganji,
chose you to lead the forces of justice against Huang Zhaowu.
he actually spawns myth units.
But I cannot deny Shennong's favor. I will do my best to be worthy.
Vile Taotie.
Okay,
They gain their evil strength by consuming innocence.
so these Taotie, they're really tanky. Really quite tanky, so they're quite hard to bring down. Looks as though there's a heal happening as well, so Ganji can heal.
You are truly favored by heaven. We will fight alongside you.
So with this particular mission, sometimes it might be worth just letting your troops heal up a little bit. Yeah, these things take a while to bring them down. Take some of my swordsmen up there to kill off the archers. So they've got these fire archers. They seem pretty strong for the Chinese.
Huang Zhaowu's men spoke of a great hero they had captured on the other end of the valley.
Okay, just going to sit and heal up a little bit. So they do have these javelineers, which we've just got. These are anti-archer troops, which are really good. Chinese seem to be quite centered around range units. They have Chukunu later on. They've got the javelineers here. They've got these fire archers, which have a bonus damage against buildings as well, which is pretty good. They do obviously have standard melee troops. They've got these halberdiers, which are obviously good against cavalry, and they've got the swordsmen, which are fairly good against most things. They don't really excel in anything, but they're quite okay against most things. So, but yeah, they've got quite a lot of ranged units in their army composition. So, what you do have as well with these, which for me makes them quite similar to play with as the Greeks. You have heroes, like specific hero units, quite similarly to what you have in for the Greeks. So you have demigod heroes, but then you also have some other hero types. You have a sage, and you also have pioneers. So the sages can heal, as well as attack, and the pioneers are a bit like a scout unit, really, which is quite good. So they are really good, actually. The pioneers. I'll show you the pioneers later. They're really strong. Got quite a good attack for obviously being a ranged unit. I don't think it really costs that much either, and they've got quite a cool little scouting ability as well. They're essentially a scout unit, but they're really strong. Really strong. So I suspect they might get nerfed a little bit later, because I think the way it is at the moment, you can pretty much just build an army of pioneer heroes and you'll just wreck everything. So yeah, they're pretty strong. As you can see, I'm just kiting these a little bit at the moment with the javeliniers, and now we've got the beast coming in, so we'll back off a little bit. Let the heroes and the swordsmen deal with that. We've pretty much cleared all them away now, so we can go and dive in. Good thing was sort of leaving those back as they got healed a little bit, whilst the javeliniers did the work against the archers. I mean, you can see how strong the javeliniers are against archers, so they're really good. But the fire archers do seem quite strong generally. Just obviously not very good against their counter unit, which is what you would expect. So we've got some halberdiers, we've got some White Horse cavalry. I don't think you can actually create cavalry until the Third Age with the Chinese, from what I could see. They're created out of the castle or fortress or whatever it is in here. So yeah, not really cavalry focused civ, that's for sure. Very much more focused on archers, ranged units. Yeah, so here's the pioneers. You can see their attacks 8.4. I've not actually got an archer at the moment, but I think the archers is like 5 or 5.5 damage, something like along those lines. But you see the pioneers, they've got these lanterns that you can set off, and they'll just float off and do a load of scouting for you. You can actually control those as well, but eventually they will kind of burn out, so the candle will have melted and they'll just crash to the floor. Let's see if that's going to happen here. They've got quite a good range on them, as you can see, quite a good range. There we go. So it's dropped down, but yeah, it travelled quite a fair way, so that's pretty good. But yeah, they're really strong against the myth units, so gonna get those on a control group. So we do have some myth units here coming up, so they're going to focus down the myth units. You see they're dying a bit quicker than they were doing previously now, which is good. So we just focus down those myth units with those. Got this sort of flying tiger.
Those were Tiongqi, flying creatures that devour people.
Tiongqi.
Zhao Wu has unleashed the worst perils upon the land.
My pronunciations of these is going to be terrible, by the way. Okay, there we go. We'll We're being summoned up to the temple here by these little growing lights, flashing lights.
Fierce creatures eager to leap into
There we
battle.
go. Some healing
We must
done
be
for there.
grateful they are on our side.
So let's go back down this way. And I think what I'll do is I'll send off another lantern in that direction. See what's ahead. And I'll probably just take the... There's a bit of bump in there. There we go. Take the javelineers, I think. Yeah, there's some of those flying tiger things. Ah, they're coming to get me now. So let's get the pioneers. Okay. Bring them forward. There we go, making light work of these. What I find with this campaign scenario is you don't want to be just diving in with your army, because until you've got a decent mass of them like we've got here, you might struggle a little bit. There we go, we've got the fire archers here. So the fire archers have got an attack of 5, so quite a bit of a difference between them and the pioneers. So 8.4 for those. They've not got as long a range as the fire archers. They've only got 14 range, but they are a bit faster. And obviously they've got that massive myth unit bonus, 6.5% times, sorry, which is pretty good. I expect that might get nerfed in the future. They do seem really strong.
I heard Huang Zhaowu is immortal. What chance do we have against him?
Wise Shennong has chosen Yan Fei Feng, but a single tree.
Let's see what's up
does
this
not
hill.
make a forest. We must work together to overcome our enemies.
Let's set a lantern off.
Once more,
See what's up here.
Shennong blesses us.
Ooh, we've been given a
He has given
god
us
power.
God power.
Well, he's in Prairie. Target a location to open up the heavens and set the world on fire. Everything will burn. Oh, didn't quite click fast enough there. It looks as though there's quite a lot of troops there. So let's send another one off. We'll set the god power off and then we'll go forward. Looks as though that's our little hero that we need to find. So find the imprisoned hero. So we're pretty much there now. Let's get this god power. Quite a big area of effect as well on that. I'll just zoom out a little bit. But watch all these troops burn. Yeah, it's quite strong, isn't it? That just wrecking everything. Looks as though those myth units stood up to it quite well, though. To be fair, but we should be able to go in there and just wipe the rest of these remnants out.
We will fight together, and we will win.
Yeah, so those Yachi, they kind of looks like they, I wouldn't say teleport, but they dashed quite quickly into there. There you go. I think even the fire archers seem to do quite well against the myth unit there, which is quite good. Few volleys in there, killed them off quite easily, I think. Okay, there we go.
Immortality to Huang Zhaowu, and not to me.
Boom. So there we go. There is mission 1. We're going to move on to mission 2 now. You'll be able to see that on the screen. So click that one if you want to see mission 2, and I'll see you over there.
Great archer Houyi, what are you doing captured?
What does it matter? I may be the greatest archer, the most benevolent lord, and the perfect strategist, but I will die one day because the gods did not grant me immortality. And see Huang Zhaowu, he struts across China. Ungrateful.
Get up, you fool! You are as a kite with its string cut. I come with Shennong's chosen, Yan Fei Feng. With your help, Houyi, we can finally end Huang Zhaowu's tyranny.
Yet another favored by the gods? I will show you. You will never defeat Huang Zhaowu without me. In fact, I can build a larger army than you ever could. Let us split up, and I may defeat Huang Zhaowu by myself before you and Shennong's chosen have found your horses.
Is he always like this?
He may be willful, but perhaps we can turn his pride in our favor.